Hey everybody, welcome back to Simply Sarissa. Today we've got a good old-fashioned Costco grocery haul. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if this is the type of video that you're interested in. And the question of the day is, what is your one item you can't live without from Costco? So leave me a comment below and let me know what that is. I want to know if I buy it too, or if it's something I need to put in my cart next time. All right, I went to Costco yesterday and I had to pick up several things. So as you know, we do run a mostly gluten-free home. We have somebody in our home with celiac. Now, we do have what's called a compromised kitchen because 3 of us do not have celiac, and so once in a while we've got other things going on in the kitchen. And now that is all just personal preference, and I just want to make sure everyone knows I am not a professional in that way, but what I do try to purchase are items that actually specify gluten-free. If it does not say that, I will tell you. So let's start off with True Fru Nature's Berries. The last time I showed you guys the blueberries, this time they had strawberries in stock. And as you can see, I already opened them and tried them. They're amazing. This bag was approximately $9 to $10, but really well worth it because you only need like 2 of them to really satisfy your sweet tooth. And they are like a fresh berry that is frozen, and then they dip them in white chocolate, then they dip them in milk chocolate after. So really super sweet, not exactly healthy, but I'd rather go for a couple of these than a bowl of ice cream or something like that. So love that they are starting to carry at least one or the other of this type of product. Next up, I'm gonna talk about salsa. Now, the salsas are gonna vary depending on where you live, but we have a company called Bobby Salazar's here, and they are gluten-free, and this is in the refrigerated section. And we love this salsa because you can actually eat it and it tastes like you're at a taco shop or a Mexican restaurant, but then also because of the size of it, you can cook it and you can put it in like a chicken dish or something and really prepare something really tasty and really fast. So we love this, and it's well under $10 most days. Next up are egg bites. Now, if you are a fan of Starbucks, you know these suckers are pricey, and you get 2 small egg bites for, oh my gosh, I think it's like $5. So this is just under $10, and you get 8 of them, and these are gluten-free. They do have 2 different flavor options. I believe one's more of a vegetarian, and one is the ham and cheese type of one. So I got the, oh no, it's cheese and bacon, even better. Gluten-free, obviously, and I love the packaging on these because you can peel them off, so if you need to take some to work with you or school, then it's just easily done. So really good, and I feel like they're almost a little bit bigger than Starbucks. Next up, a big bag of berries. Costco, to me, is one of the best places to buy frozen fruit. I'm not a huge fan of their frozen vegetables because they're just too much for me personally and for our family. But the berries and the frozen fruit, we fly through, and it's always a good price. So I always get the 3 berry blend, and we just had run out and I needed more. Something else that I always grab when I am at Costco is this 2-pack of Fran's gluten-free bread. Again, I'm not sure if this is a national brand or not, but I just appreciate the fact that Costco has finally started carrying gluten-free bread, because if you go down their normal bread section, you know it's a challenge if you have celiac or you have gluten issues. So this is really great, and we love this, and it freezes so well. So that is the reason why I buy the 2-pack from there. We have recently started seeing these Kirkland Signature Chewy Protein Bars, which are gluten-free, which is also a treat because these are not usually gluten-free when you find things like this. So these actually have peanut butter and semi-sweet chocolate chip flavoring, and they are really good. I'll open it and show you the size, just so you can see the bar itself. So it's a good size snack bar, and they're those ones that have like they're half dipped. So if you can see on the packaging again, I'll show you. It has like this on one side, and then they're half dipped on the other. We love these. They travel well. They're a really good price, and you get 42 bars. So really, really good option. Something else I buy from time to time there is this oat milk. Now I'm going to say it does not say gluten-free. However, oats by nature are supposed to be gluten-free, but the problem is it's where they process them. So Kirkland Signature is not stating that these are gluten-free. We have, however, tried them in our past, and our family personally has not had issue, but I really caution you to read the labels before you purchase this. But for anybody else who's watching that does not have issues with gluten, this definitely is vegan, dairy-free, nut-free, and the oats and I believe the sunflower oil and anything else they put in here is organic. So it's fairly clean of a product. I just wish they would certify it gluten-free. That would make my life a lot easier, actually. But the reason why I do purchase this from time to time is because it stacks well in my pantry, and when we buy oat milk, it just takes up so much room in our refrigerator, and we don't have a huge refrigerator. So these types of packages that are shelf stable, I can stack in my pantry. So I like to look for them, and we do currently have this, but again, caution, caution, please read the labels before you purchase it. Just gonna keep it along the lines with drinks. We always buy the big case of the Fairlife protein drinks because these are lactose-free and gluten-free. So that solves a lot of problems in our household. Unfortunately, the chocolate is our favorite. We love the chocolate. They only had salted caramel this time. It's not bad at all, and it doesn't have any weird aftertaste, but just personally, our family likes the chocolate better, but this will definitely be something that we will use up. And I love these as well because they don't need to be refrigerated unless they're open. So these travel really well, and these can be sent, you know, to work or to school as well. And I like the idea of it being lactose free. Moving on to more protein, we are kind of a protein family. 3 out of 4 of us regularly drink protein drinks and like to add them into our smoothies and whatnot. So what I've learned is to get vanilla, and this is just a straight whey protein, and it is vanilla ice cream flavor. So pro tip, oh my gosh, you guys, if you're okay with eating carbs, this is gluten-free, by the way. If you're okay with having some carbs and sugar, this, but swap out most of the water for orange juice, and it tastes like a dreamsicle or like the 50-50 bars. Incredible. You just add some ice and it makes this so much easier to drink. But again, I do like the vanilla. It is not a bad flavor at all. We also mix it with those frozen berries, and I learned to just get vanilla and not chocolate, because if I want chocolate, then I add just some like organic cacao powder or something like that to make a chocolate drink. But vanilla just seems to be so much more versatile, and again, the orange juice, awesome. Something else we keep in our pantry are these liquid IV hydration packets. They just work really well, and I have like a water quota that I like to drink every day, but sometimes it just gets to be a lot and I just want something for flavor. These also can be used I like them instead of drinking something like Gatorade quite often. They're starting to come out with more and more flavors. So this one we purchased was, where are we with the flavor? Strawberry. But they have some really cool flavors, so keep an eye out for them. And what's awesome is they are like American made, gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO, dairy-free, and sugar-free. So they tick off a lot of boxes. And I just like sipping on it throughout the day instead of, you know, plain water all the time. Moving on to some more snacks. We have really been into these shelled pistachios lately. They are salted, and you know, the calories are what they are, but they are so good. And I just love the idea of being able to grab a handful of these and throw them in my oatmeal or on a salad instead of having to shell them. So I do pay a little bit extra to do that, but the size is 24 ounces. That's 1.5 pounds, and you can't beat the price on these. And we personally go through them fast enough that they don't go rancid or anything, and the flavor on these are awesome. Next up, nothing new here, high key mini cookies, grain-free, gluten-free, keto-friendly. I always have a pack of these in my pantry, and every time we run out, I go back to Costco and I grab these. Another brand that I'm super excited Costco is carrying now is this Catalina Crunch, and this is actually a keto-friendly cereal, but it is grain-free, gluten-free, and it is vegan as well. We love this, and if you're kind of like I said, we're really into protein shakes and making things. if you like to add extra texture and flavor, throw some of these into one of your like vanilla shakes towards the end, and it adds like a little bit more texture to it. Don't ask, we try everything. But these are really good. And then I believe these are usually between $10 and $12 for this huge bag. And the crunch on these are perfect, we love it. But you can also just grab a handful or take it dry and eat it as like a snack throughout the day at work. But next to this, and I didn't purchase it because we didn't need it right now, was the same brand has come out with a granola. And it was, I think, a blueberry cinnamon one. So it looks super promising. So when we do need more granola, I'm definitely gonna pop back in there and see if I can grab the Catalina Crunch granola to try next, because that's always good on yogurt or whatever else. So yeah, super excited to see this brand there. Moving on to non-grocery items, we do buy, if we have to buy bottles of water or Gatorades or whatever, we do purchase those items there a lot of times as well. I'm not gonna bother showing that to you. But we also like to buy a lot of our supplements and vitamins from there. So for example, we get like D3, and I love getting vitamin D from there because they have so many different options. And this is just the one I purchased this time because of the amount of micrograms that were in it. But Kirkland Signature has never been an issue for us. They also have, I think, that Nature's Bounty and several other brands, but we get vitamin D from there quite often. I also love all of their like gummy vitamins. They have so many different options, but these also say that they are, I believe, free of gluten. I saw it earlier. Of course, I'm not going to find it right now. Yes, no wheat, no lactose, no yeast or gluten, and no artificial flavors. And these are pretty good flavor, and they come in a 2-pack, of course. So we always grab something like this to have on hand. I also discovered these. Oh my gosh, these are the Nature Made Gummies for vitamin C. These taste like candy. I actually have to stop myself from getting them twice a day. I usually just eat once a day, trying to behave, but these are so good, and it's such a better way to take your vitamin C than some of the other options. Whew. The other thing that I always purchase from there are the Vital Proteins collagen peptides. You can go back and forth on whether this is something you need or not in your life, but this is definitely something that I use, and I notice the difference when I don't take them. I will say, when I walked into my local Costco though, they came out with something new, and it's not Vital Proteins, it's a different brand, but they were collagen mixed with like a fruits and greens. So you could kind of have that one-stop shop of like this one huge, like, quote unquote, healthy vitamin shot drink that has everything in it. I did not purchase it, however, because I haven't done any research on that company or what they actually provide, and I like this one, and then I also get my fruits and greens from a different company online. So I already had it, I just didn't really need to try it this time. But if you're in the market for like a one-stop shop drink, you might want to check it out and see if it's something that you're interested in. But for us, we like this, and oftentimes they carry the chocolate one as well, but I like the unflavored one because I can put it in way more drinks or food items and you can't taste it. Last up are kind of like kitchen, homey kind of items. I love purchasing parchment paper from Costco. We go through this quite a bit because we do broil and bake quite a few things, and I like to cook my bacon in the oven, so I don't want to ruin all of my pans all the time. I don't want to be scrubbing sheet pans, so I use parchment paper all the time. So I like this, and it's actually not a gigantic container. Like, you know, sometimes the foil is like this big and 3 times the size of this. So the parchment paper is actually a really good size, and I love the quality of it. So I always grab that whenever I'm about to run out. Last up, I want to talk about these. I don't know, you guys, let me know if you have tried these or not. They did have the Neutrogena towel face wipes, but when I walked in, they had these. They were their daily facial towelettes, and they had, it's like 4 30 count and then 4 15 count. But once I got them home, I should have done this earlier, I looked at the ingredients, and they have like argan oil, jojoba oil, coconut oil, And I have an issue with some of those things. So let me know if you like these or if you think that we should definitely go with the Neutrogena instead. It was definitely just something that I wanted to try. I had purchased a small thing of the Neutrogena ones for a trip that we had taken not that long ago, and they were so convenient for traveling that I thought it might be nice to just have these on hand. I don't use them every day, but they definitely come in handy for certain circumstances. So again, let me know, should I keep these or should I just return them? All right, that does it for me for my current grocery haul from Costco. I thank you again for your time and for watching. Now make sure you stay tuned and that you have those notification bells clicked, because I do have a couple more clothing hauls coming up and obviously a bunch of fun more stuff for the rest of the month. So all right, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you soon.